But Santa baby, slip a rodent under the tree for me. But you've been an awful good cat this year, so hurry to vlog with me tonight. But Santa baby, a Chanel 2.55 handbag too, and shoes. But you've been an awful good cat this year, so hurry to vlog with me tonight. Gonna be a white Vlogmas. Look, kitties. It's so magical. Yeah, do you like it? It's been going for a few days now actually, and I thought that all the snow would melt because we did have some rain predicted. That was the snowman that we built with a lot of excitement on the first day, which toppled from that rain, which didn't last, and then it just started snowing again. I know it's causing a lot of inconveniences because we're never really quite ready for this on the West Coast, but wow, it really looks pretty magical. Hello again, a little more dressed for the day now. Thought I would share a quick outfit of the day because this is a new outfit. And remember, I told you that's going to be very notable during Vlogmas because I'm trying not to buy anything more despite the fact that nothing fits me anymore. But this one is non-maternity, believe it or not, despite being worn at like 9 months pregnant. So let me show you what it looks like. So it looks a little bit darker on camera, but I hope you can see how it's an accordion fabric that has a little bit of shine and a lot of stretch, and full length sleeves that I just rolled up because I always do that, even though it doesn't actually really look all that good. It actually looks much nicer and has a nice button finishing if it's not rolled up. But this was actually a recommendation by someone I follow on Instagram. Her name is Anna Page. She and her husband are also expecting, and I just thought this looked so great. I think she wore it around Thanksgiving, and it's from Walmart. It cost me $34. I bet if you wait you could get it even cheaper on a sale, although that was a sale price. I think the regular price for the whole set is $43 or $44, something like that. And the shirt is definitely, you know, more on the slouchy side for sure, but I got a size medium, and I think everyone in the review says that it does fit oversized, which makes sense if you look at the size of me, that this is only a medium, but it's got a lot of stretch and give. So I would say maybe order a size down if you're not pregnant, and if you are, order kind of like what makes sense to you as a little bit of a size up. So that's what I did. I really like the forest green. The finishings on it are really nice, and it's sort of one of those loungewear sets that you can get away with for meetings, for Zoom calls that are just kind of chest up. It looks pretty polished, I think, with the little collar, especially when you finish it with some nicer jewelry. I wore my Akoya pearls today. Apologies if it's always a little bit blurry here for outfit of the days. This mirror, actually, contrary to my own personal history on YouTube, isn't dirty, it's just old. You know, it's got little scratches and scuffs because it's probably like 150 years old, so it's never going to be too perfect. But yes, as you can see, since my Vlogmas preview, I still have a very large bump, so you'll be seeing that in all of my outfit of the days. But I really like the wide leg pants. They're very comfortable. They have a nice thick waistband that I hiked up, and I think they still kind of work that way. They feel comfortable, kind of flowy. I just really like this outfit. I think it's a little bit festive, but something that, you know, still has some potential for wear post-pregnancy. For me, I think it'll be a little bit more of like an oversized look, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, and clothes that are, you know, kind of like pajamas but not seem like a good idea for those early maternity leave months anyway. So that's my little outfit. I don't have too many Christmas decoration updates, but I do have a promise to keep, which is that I told you I would show you our monogram stockings. So we have husbands, we have daughters, that is her nickname, so this is the grand reveal for that. I love how the cable knit stockings came out. I just really like them, and I thought I would get a matching one for a grandma as well. And then I have mine as well in a nice forest green. Actually, we have a whole forest green thing going on right now. So then we have a lot of wedding cards, nothing new there. I think only update Christmas decor wise, since my Vlogmas preview for this room is the little horsey, which actually was mine when I was a kid. So he's a little worse for wear, but still very cute. And might need some kind of updates on the wheels because the rubber has gotten a little crusty, but I just thought he looked really festive actually, so I brought him in from the garage with the many other things that my mom has sweetly saved for Gigi. And so I've started to sort of distribute some of them throughout the house. I've done most of the laundry that needs doing as to her new things and as to the old things that are from when I was a little girl as well. And so starting to feel a little bit more ready. And I know the other promise I think I might have made you or meant to make to you in the Vlogmas preview was to show you the nursery, but it's not quite ready. There's still just a few little things. Actually, one of them I'm hoping to do tonight or tomorrow, which is to hem the curtains, because I don't know what it is, but you know, the standard sizes for lengths of curtains is usually, unless it's, you know, extra long, would be 84 inches or 96 inches, and they're always in between for me. So I got 96 and they need to be hemmed up a little bit, which I will do thanks to the sewing lessons I took when I was much younger. So I need to do that, and then Daddy needs to put up a shelf for her wipe warmer little thing that otherwise doesn't fit anywhere. So that is kind of like the remainder of our to-do list, which is pretty small, but you know, I want it to be as fully finished as it can be before I show you. So that's the plan for that. And then thought we would open up the advent calendar, and if the coffee one is good, I didn't finish my coffee this morning and I kind of want a fresh one, so I think we might do that. So this is actually good. I was pretty sure this would be how it worked out, but you can see some of it is ripped for the outside box, but it didn't matter in the end because there's another box on the inside. It's a box within a box. Or maybe another box? Oh my gosh, there's another. That's just over the top. Why? You know, I'm as much of a sucker for packaging as anyone else, but this is just a lot. How does this even work? Oh, is it not another box? Okay, just a lid. Just an extra lid, I think. And then, oh, this is actually kind of fancy. All right, so let's, the number one is actually on top. Why is this so weird? Okay, so you can see it's got like an unfolding mechanism, and it's almost like different shelves. So I guess you go through the first shelf and then you move on to the second shelf. So let's see what's on the first day. We're just gonna do this for now. Oh, this looks familiar. Columbia, yes. All right. You know, I'm not mad about the fact that it's not a flavored coffee. I just kind of want another normal coffee. Yeah, so they're just like different trays, I guess, that they've kind of laid out in a fancy way. But it is very, very pretty. And in past years, I haven't loved everything because it used to have a tendency to do way too much decaf. Way more than, you know, I drink in this calendar, but I have heard from reviews that this year's version is not so bad. So the Columbia coffee, I would say, is like, I don't know, like a 6 or 7 out of 10 for me. Not my favorite. I really like Melozio. I like the orange one. And the teal one for when I want something stronger, all of those being full-size coffee. If you have the Virtuo machine, you'll probably know those. And this one I think was a limited edition though, or was supposed to be, and they still have it. So that is the coffee. There's marzipan in this one. Should we have a marzipan? I was gonna not do it and now all of a sudden I want to. And a lot of you let me know that this is actually really good marzipan. And this is definitely the advent calendar that will quickly grow tedious during Vlogmas because I'm pretty sure they're all exactly the same. They don't have any different flavorings or anything, so it almost doesn't matter which door you open, but you know, we'll be good and not too chaotic and open the right door. And that's what it looks like with marzipan chocolate. It is good. And you can see, if I show you my gross like half bite, you never want to eat marzipan that's like dry on the inside. It's supposed to be soft and creamy, and if you've had dry marzipan before, you probably think you don't like it at all. Because I don't know, I've had a few bad runs with buying, I guess, imported marzipan. You know, it'll dry out and then it really is no good. And then last advent calendar, I've tried to keep it kind of a little pared down this year, given that I'm sure at some point, you know, with giving birth, kind of up in the air as to when that's going to happen. I may not get through all of these advent calendars, so I didn't want to, you know, like overdo it or get anything too fancy. But I did want to do something with tea, so I'll probably have this later because we're going to do coffee now. And this is cinnamon oolong, which actually, that sounds really good for an afternoon, like late afternoon or after dinner tea. So that is behind the Taiwan door. And I love the around the world theme and the fact that they are not too candy-ish. So I think this one's going to be a win. I just have like a really good feeling that these are going to be really good teas. But they will be balanced with the third trimester tea that I'm otherwise kind of trying to drink relatively consistently. So that's our start to Vlogmas. I'm gonna get some work done with my little coffee, a little afternoon pick-me-up, and the rest of my marzipan before I forget it here and one of the cats takes it as a cat toy. And I will see you a little bit later. I'm out in our yard. It's so magical out here, except for the sad remains of our poor snowman. So my husband and I made one together as soon as there was enough snow, and we really thought that all the snow was going to be gone so fast, but it's still here, except that, you know, unfortunately snowman did not survive. However, I will say I'm super proud, if I could take a moment to brag a little, about the quality of my scarves, because I got so excited about making a snowman that on my way out of the house I grabbed one of my brand new ballerina pink scarves from my newly launched line. And although the snowman may not have lasted, if I can take a moment to humble brag, my scarf really did very well, given that I made the totally silly, ridiculous decision to put this scarf on it, which had just arrived, you know, a few days before. If you've seen my Vlogmas preview, you'll have seen my little launch clips of when I went to go take photos of these scarves. So this is the ballerina pink, and then there's a really pretty blue as well, and I just wanted to put a pretty scarf on him, and I'm glad I did because he didn't last long. But that said, it got completely soaked because it started kind of like rain snowing as we were taking a few pictures. If you want to see the evidence here, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's not exactly a great, you know, thing to do for a brand new cashmere scarf, but there are no wrinkles, no watermarks, nothing, because the quality of these Nepalese made scarves is incredible. They just do such a good job. So I thought I would come out here right before it gets dark. These are like the last few minutes of light. Take a little break from work and photograph just some quick little cell phone pics of the gift with purchase. So I thought it would be nice with this new launch to offer you a gift with purchase. I'm wearing my grandma's old coat here because it's one of the only ones that still fits me, and I'm hoping you can see that these, that's a dark background, are pins. These are my first pins. They are a hat pin style, and I just finished making some to send out with the scarves. I also will have a matching one for the blue scarf as well, but this one is for the pink scarf unless you request a swap where you'd rather have a blue pin with a pink scarf, or vice versa. and it has rose quartz on it, as well as oversized, really lovely freshwater pearls and sterling silver, all set on stainless steel, so it'll be nice and sharp if you want to put it on a coat. I think that's one of the nicest places to wear it, or I would suggest folding the scarf over and then pinning the scarf in place, since it is matching with the scarf, and I'll show you what that looks like at some other point when I'm not running out of light. But I'm really pleased with how these came together. I wanted to do something simple that would really let the scarf shine, but with some really nice materials, hence the sterling silver and these really lustrous AAA quality pearls that are 9.5 millimeters, which means that they are comparable in size to my luxury convertible pearls or the luxury studs, as opposed to my original design, which is slightly smaller pearls for the convertible pearls. So that's what I did for this one. I'm just going to photograph the pink one today because I'm still tweaking the size of the precious stones in between each pearl for the blue scarf. I'm going to be using blue lace agate, which is a pale frosty blue with a really pretty kind of almost like a marbly kind of effect. But the ones I have in stock right now are a little bit small, I think. So this is one of those like BTS things that I'll show you. I'm going to be receiving some more over the next few days, so well before this is posted, so the pins will be ready to go when you see this. But as of the time of filming, I'm not quite happy with the size of them, of the stones, so I'm gonna wait for some slightly bigger ones. But I don't know, I don't want all this magical snow to melt without some photo ops, so I'm gonna see if I can take some pretty photos of all of this in the snow. I've tried a few different angles, but I think this one on top of the decapitated snowman is my favorite. I just really like the background, the way you get the frosty, beautiful trees. And the way the pink pops against the snow, I think is really pretty. And just for a quick example, if you can kind of imagine that this would be wrapped around your neck or draped a little bit lower as well, being another option. That's what it looks like if you essentially tie the scarf together with a pin. And you can also do it so that this end piece is on the inside too, if you would like to sort of hide that, but I think it actually looks really pretty. So I like the vintage, almost Victorian inspired effect of this simple design, and rose quartz is just such a pretty stone, so I thought that would be a good match for the ballerina pink. And then another day you will see what the blue lace agate looks like as well. Alright, the scarf is safely back inside. I just had to come back out with no gloves. Can you see how pink my hands are? They're way too pink. And because my hands are frozen and bending down is really hard to do these days, this is my version of the reconstruction. I think our teamwork was way cuter than this, but it's better than the sad melted mess that was there before. Maybe we'll come back out later and I'll add a carrot for the nose. There's a carrot somewhere in this snow, this pile of snow, but I'm not going to dig through it without gloves. And maybe some rocks for eyes, but it's something a little bit more snowman shaped than what was left behind before. Alright, time to go warm up these hands and this little semi-frozen baby bump. I just realized I owe you a Christmas decor update for this room. But first, it's Tima's taste test time. I can still just about say it. Let's see how it tastes. It smells? Okay, this is gonna sound like really off-putting, but I'm just gonna tell you what I think it smells like. Which is, do you know if you soak shiitake mushrooms, like the dried ones, or porcini mushrooms, like you're making like mushroom risotto? That's what it smells like. Super earthy, kind of mushroomy, but not in like a gross, funky way. And then it does have like cinnamon kind of in it. It's a little bit different than any oolong tea that I've ever had, and I don't know if that's because it's Taiwanese style or not, but I like it. I like teas that are kind of a little bit different. Random story, there's a really good Korean barbecue place that we go to, and they serve what's called barley tea, which I don't think I had ever had until they gave me some there, and it's so good. It's got that kind of like toasted rice kind of flavor going on. It's really good. So this kind of reminds me of that a little bit, but different. All right, I would give it like maybe like a 7. You know, it's like good, but I don't know that I would buy like a whole box of tea bags or something. But I love the experience of trying a new tea in my David's tea mug and steeping it and sharing it, because it's a perfect portion for 2 cups, and it's just a perfect way to end the day. Sammy, you just look too cute there. And then over here we have my mom's beautiful geisha doll from when she was working in Japan, and some pressed flowers from our wedding. That's a conversation for a different day. And then some more baby things. So we have a Dakatot there with its cover, and a beautiful high chair, which is from my friend and longtime subscriber, Jennifer. Jennifer, if you're watching this, thank you so much. We love it. And I can't wait to put it together, even though it's a little premature because it's not really for until she's a little bit older, but I still wanted to put it there for as soon as she needs it. So here is an update on our Christmas decorations, right, Sammy? Yeah. Little changing station for down here. Obviously the tree blocks the way now, but it can be moved. I just kind of like where it is right now. And if you are looking for a new tree, I really have to say I'm very impressed with this one. It has flocking on it, but it really has not shed at all. And I think the flocking is like a good amount. You know, it's not too white and crusty looking, but it's still very white. If that's what you're looking for, is a true, you know, like heavily frosted looking tree. The only thing I would say is it's got kind of a skinny small top, so it doesn't really bear the weight of a full Christmas topper that well. So I just ended up using an ornament and tying it to the top. And I actually really like the way it looks, so I'm not mad about it at all. And then of course, if you've watched my Vlogmas before, you will not be surprised at the number of little Christmas rodents that are on this tree. Over the years, I've collected quite a shocking amount, I have to say. I've never put them together, I don't think, all on one tree, and they've multiplied, they've reproduced. I don't know what happened. There's just so many. And there's a few that have been stolen by BB at some point, because these are the only ornaments that she really messes with. I don't know if you can see this guy's face is a little fuzzy because she tried to nuzzle and munch on it a little bit. And otherwise, there are a few woodland creatures that are not rodents, but very, very few, and they kind of increase as you go down, so that the bottom ornaments are kind of these target ones that she doesn't seem to like as much. And so far, so good. I haven't found any mangled little mice in the morning when I wake up, so we'll hope that that continues. And originally when I put this tree up, I put a tree skirt, because I'm very traditional with trees. I always put a topper and a skirt on everything. But I actually really like the way the base looks just on its own. So I decided to just leave it and kind of keep it a little bit more simple. And I really love how it all turned out. So that is our little Christmas setup. Good morning. I gave myself a nice bouncy blow dry this morning because my husband's Christmas party is tonight, and then put on a little extra sparkly makeup, and then I'll get changed later. But for now I'm wearing this super cozy sweater from Orvis, which I will link down below. I thought it would be more of a pink color, but gosh, I really love the color that showed up. It's like a dusky mauve, and it's not maternity, so it would work for anyone. And I'm wearing it in a medium with my Aurora pearls. What else to say? I am trying to get as much work done as I can this morning before I meet with a potential doula. It has been really hard, which is why I'm doing it kind of so belatedly, to find someone, because I guess there are just a lot of people giving birth between you know, on the cusp of the end of the year and the beginning of the year for 2023. I have some Mozart playing in the background softly. I don't know if you can quite hear that, and I sit right by it when I work, and she kicks to the beat of the music. She also does like Tchaikovsky and some Strauss, but not all. But Mozart is always her favorite, so I usually start with that, and then I get bored of it and move on to other things, because we've listened to, I'm pretty sure, every single piece ever written by now several times. All right, so this whole thing, I guess I cannot get to it without opening it up. So let's see what that is like. Here's day number 2. Okay, day number 2 is on level 2, therefore I will bring you up a level and open it up. And I think I might have this right now or very soon. Ooh, it's some kind of fancy espresso. Look at that. So this is part of the limited edition Pierre Hermé line, I believe, because it has the speckled gold on it. I might make it a double, I guess, to make it a little bit longer and less strong. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I haven't been drinking a lot of espresso, so I feel like it might be too strong for me. Otherwise, I don't know. I'll taste it and then decide later. Vlogmas Day 2. Let's see. Ooh, we're in Japan today. And the Japan tea is sencha. Oh, delightful. Okay, the odds of me actually having this sometime today have just gone up, because that's a go-to tea for me. Is my outfit of the evening. After a long day of work, I just quickly changed into this little velvet number, and it is from, it's one of the nap dresses, but it's an older version. And I really like it. I like the ruching. It makes it kind of, you know, accommodating for our daughter. And then it also offered the opportunity to wear my favorite Chanel bag and lots of jewelry, because that just makes me feel more confident. And I think more is more sometimes for a holiday party as well. So I decided to wear my Tahitian strand as well as some emerald earrings as well. Which are from India. They were a gift from my mom a long time ago. And then I am wearing my shoes in the house, which I never do, but to be able to show you. Got some kind assistance from my husband to get these on, because I cannot get them on my own now. But they are very comfortable because the back is open, so if your feet feel a little puffy, Valentino, open back, little kitten heels are pretty perfect. So my little holiday outfit. I love anything that has that dark green color. It makes me feel immediately festive. So that's what I went for. So today's Vlogmas is a little road trip. I'm taking you to Bainbridge. We're gonna eat some yummy food and do some fun things, and we're just arriving. So you can see that's the ferry terminal coming up. Boats are coming in and out. I don't think that there's much snow left here as opposed to Seattle, which is pretty snowy still in some parts. It's very pretty here if you've never been. Definitely worth a day trip if you have a bit of time when you visit Seattle. The ferry terminal is right downtown, so you can walk on or drive on, which is what we did today. So before we toss our crab pot in, I thought I would share this beautiful view with you. It's the most glorious, sunny, brisk, but not freezing day. And here is the lovely view. One of our favorite spots. And now it's time to bring some brunch to the crabs of Bainbridge. We're very excited about crab season being open. We've got the most delectuous crab from here before. Alright, I'm gonna do the honors. You're like a real fisher wife. We have arrived at the best and only brunch place possibly in the entire state of Washington, and they are super short-staffed today, so we're just waiting in the car and I cannot wait. Myself and baby are starving. Truly one of the best meals I've had since I crossed the border years ago. Chicken and waffles from here. The waffles are so good. They're almost as good as mine. The chicken is like some of the best fried chicken that I've had. It comes with hot honey. I even got a side of hash browns, and they have fresh orange juice. This is the best place. Look at that! We have some keepers, not all of them, but a pretty good harvest for the first throwing. Long time no vlog. I've had just a chill, no makeup day today. I only left the house briefly and put a little mascara on before I went to get my toes done, a festive red, which might be my giving birth pedicure. I'm kind of in that phase where I'm getting like my hair and nails and things done, you know, in preparation to welcome her. And then I kind of just had nothing to film because I was just making orders back to back to back all day long. So excited to be your Christmas elf again this year. And then right now I was like, okay, I have to show this because this is the fruit of our labors of yesterday. So a little pre-birthday little festive dinner is this crab feast, and the biggest one I think is probably this one. Look at these claws, they're just awesome. No, never mind, it's this one I think. Anyway, we did really well yesterday. This is red crab. It's so delicious. It really has a lot of flavor and fattiness. And I like to prepare it with a little bit of kind of Cantonese flavors with green onion, ginger, sesame oil. And I like to pour hot oil once it comes out of the oven and serve it with some warm rice and some bok choy that I'm going to stir fry as well. And that will be a nice Sunday dinner. Ta-da! It smells so good, so fragrant. Let me show you the last step. Because I've been recommended that you should actually add the soy at the end rather than cooking it with the soy the whole time. I'm gonna add a little bit of this yummy hot chili crisp stuff. Not too much. You can always add more. And then you pour over. This is avocado oil, but you could use any oil of your choice. And it is super, super hot, so it really warms up all the aromatics. Happy Elmas! So I thought about finishing the vlog before, but I kind of wanted to include my birthday because that feels like Vlogmas tradition, so you get it sooner than the second installment will come. So I just finished meetings and then I'm gonna finish up work for the day, and this is my little birthday outfit of the day. I'm actually kind of balancing whether I'm going to change for dinner or not. We are going somewhere super fancy, but I'm otherwise feeling kind of casual. This is a little tongue-in-cheek. I'll show you why later. So this cardigan is actually new, which is kind of fun on a birthday to wear something new. I really love it. It's a tweed effect cashmere. It's so soft, which feels so nice against my skin. I'm very partial to soft textures right now. It has really pretty kind of bronze colored buttons, a little BB walking around, and then I just have this really simple kind of bodycon style dress that's really comfortable because it has a fleecy kind of inside. I think I wore it in my last vlog, but I forgot to link it, so I will link it down below for this one because I really do like it. It just layers great with cardigans or sweaters as a kind of thinner base layer without creating too much bulk and warmth. For me right now, that's extra nice because I otherwise do overheat a bit. So for jewelry, I have some beautiful hoops that my mom gifted me last year for, I believe, Christmas. I have my Petit Coeur chain necklace that I made and launched recently, and then I have some Todd's little wedges that I'm going to take off next. And I knew I had something else to show you. Come on, let's go over there. Still a winter wonderland outside, which is kind of rare that I would have a snowy white birthday like this, but I love it. I think it's still beautiful. And then even more beautiful are these flowers. These might be some of my favorite that I've ever received. Of course, not including our wedding flowers. But it has peonies, which I think are out of season. They're so beautiful. And roses in kind of ombre shades. And what I love about it too is how fragrant it is. If you've ever smelled Jo Malone's peony candle, it smells exactly like this. I don't think I've ever gotten such fragrant peonies before, so I just love that. It's just very me. And on little advent calendar openings, so why don't we do one of those, and we can kind of knock out a few, and I might make myself a little post meetings afternoon tea. So let's see what my birthday tea is, and we can work backwards from that. Ooh, Kenya's fun. This should be a good one. Tinder at Kenyan. Oh, very fun. I'll have to look up what that is. And then I think we also have not done the fourth, which is peppermint. Ooh, I think peppermint tea for afternoon might be actually really, really nice. I might even make myself a little tea cocktail where I throw in a raspberry leaf tea bag and combine it with the peppermint to be fancy. And then I think we have done the third. We've done the second. Have we done the third already? We have not. Oh my gosh, Nepal, where my scarves are made. It's fun. Nepal black tea. I'm gonna save this one, and I promise to show you what I think about that one at some point, because that sounds really good. And then for the coffee, I just kind of want to see what's behind my birthday door in case it's something super exciting. Find out. Oh, Fortato. I guess they figured I'd be tired on my birthday. So this is a strong, long black coffee. And we've done the third for coffee. And what was on the fourth? We've done the fourth as well. Okay, so we're actually fully caught up on coffee and way behind on marzipan, but those are all the same. And I did warn you that I probably wouldn't catch up to that for quite a while, probably next year. So much festive all at once. I've never been happier that we made a reservation at this Michelin star restaurant. The Cheesecake Factory. Because there's apparently a parade. See all the lights? So festive and fun. But it's insanely busy at the mall. Like, we struggled to find parking. So funny. I was like, oh, you know, it's gonna be so dead on my birthday. Maybe we should celebrate it the weekend. It's party central over here. Look who I found. Hello. And she got me this. It's so pretty. I'm 5 years old. My mom bought me a balloon. we'll just say it's for our daughter.
Then pass it up. It's so pretty.
It's so cute. Yeah, they have all of these different ones. They're like balloons on a stick that don't float.
Well, that's it. Also, yeah, it's really nice and festive here.
So we had a delicious dinner at Cheesecake Factory. If you've never ordered the calamari there, it's actually really good, and I don't know how I made it this long without ever trying it before. My mom just felt like it, and so we went for it, and it was really yummy. And then I had steak Diane with shrimp scampi, which is also such a classic and a frequent order for me. But before we head home, I thought I would show you the really gorgeous Christmas decorations here in Bellevue. So this is Bellevue Square, and they have this really pretty tree, and then I love how they actually did a Santa's sleigh. It's pretty fun because then Santa's grotto is over there. They had like an insane lineup going on earlier. And then the decorations just are everywhere throughout the mall. So it's really festive feeling here. Really pretty, very, very busy.